Welcome to onyouryogamat.com. My name's Jason, and I'm going to be guiding you through this 1-hour Improvers Yoga class. If yoga is completely new to you, you might want to check out the beginner's course, lessons 1 to 5, and then come back to this class. All of these yoga sequences, and many more, are on the website onyouryogamat.com. And you may wish to download just the audio and an accompanying PDF with the postures on to go with each lesson we do. But if you're ready to begin, we're going to start by sitting. However is comfortable for you to sit, and we're going to be here for a few moments. So that might be sitting on a block, or very gently with legs crossed. It's important to feel comfortable here. Bring awareness to your face. Try and feel your face relaxed and your forehead soft. With the mouth now gently closed, we start to become aware of our breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We spend some time at the beginning before we start moving for a short but important reminder on the breathing technique that is going to move us safely through this practice. However you're sitting, see if you can imagine sitting up a little bit taller, as if the top of your head is going upwards. Feel the shoulders relaxed, and you can either place your hands gently on your knees, or you might prefer to interlace your fingers in front of you. Now looking down gently, see if you can look towards the front of your mat, and if you wished, you could close your eyes here. Take a few breaths here to immerse yourself in the sensation of breathing. In this Ashtanga-based yoga system we're about to move through, lengthen our next inhalation and match that with a longer exhalation. This would start to feel longer than your normal everyday breathing, and it feels that you are in control of your breath. This helps keep our awareness centered and tuned in as we move through this practice. So your challenge is to see if you can stay now with this longer, deeper breathing. As you breathe in, it wants to feel like you are filling your lungs full of air. Just to check this, you might want to take one of your hands and place your fingertips around your abdomen area. As you carry on breathing, can you imagine that this area is fairly still, as if your tummy is gently moving inwards? Don't be too worried if you feel a little bit of movement there, and this might be something to work towards over time. But as you carry on this full deep breathing, imagine that as you inhale, your lungs are being filled with air and your chest is expanding slightly. And as you exhale, you feel that sense of contraction as the air is drawn back out through the nostrils. We're going to stay here for a few more breaths, and I'm going to count you through 5 of these full deep breaths as we sit comfortably. This will represent how long we will be in all of the postures throughout this session, and your challenge is to see if you can stay tuned in to this full quality of this deep breathing. So double check you're sitting comfortably and the face is relaxed and the mouth is closed. Inhale through the nose, keep inhaling, fill the lungs. Exhale through the nose, keep breathing out, empty the lungs. And that's 1 round of this full deep breathing. Beginning again as we inhale smoothly, exhale smoothly is 2. Notice where your awareness is as you begin to inhale again. See if you can cover your breath with your awareness, breathing in, and then smoothly breathing out. Keep exhaling. 3. Couple more breaths to go as you inhale. Nice breath in, fill the lungs. Exhale smoothly, empty the lungs. 4. One last breath in. Keep breathing in. One long, smooth breath out is 5. And we can open up the eyes if they were closed, just getting our bearings to uncross the legs from however we were sitting, coming up to standing. The sensation of breath as we stand with our feet together at the front of our mats is still the same. Mouth is gently closed. Nice, smooth, long breath in, fill the lungs. Exhale, empty the lungs. As we move through this practice, the idea is to stay in that nice place you were at just previously sitting, with your full awareness tuned inwards to your breath and the sensations within the body. And before we begin, just remember the practice I'm about to show you is simply a guide. This is about direction of movement, so don't worry if some of the postures you are doing don't look exactly the same as what I'm demonstrating. Just stay with the full deep breath. If anything doesn't quite feel right, back off, or you can miss it out and always come back to it at a later date. Feel your feet evenly pressing down into the ground. The shoulders are relaxed. The arms are straight. Palms by our sides, fingers pointing down. We are gazing straight ahead, ready to begin Surya Namaskara A Sun Salutation. Taking the first couple of these 5 A Sun Salutations just a little steadier, we begin by inhaling, lifting the arms up overhead and looking up. As we exhale, take it nice and easy, bend the knees if you need to, folding forwards, hands on ankles or fingers down on the ground. Staying low, we inhale, gazing up to the front, before bending the knees, planting the hands down and gently stepping the feet back. As you lower down, knees down, chest down, elbows in. Inhale, press hands to the ground, roll the shoulders back. This is upward facing dog or any of the options from beginners lesson 3. And knees down still if you need to, pushing back to your downward facing dog for 5 steady breaths. Normally, we are still in these postures, but we're going to make an exception to this first downward facing dog. And in these 5 breaths, take the time to gently bend one knee, stretch out the opposite leg, then bend the other knee, stretch out the opposite leg. Do that a couple of times on each leg. Make sure your head feels like it's completely free and hanging, gazing softly behind, feeling the fingers spreading down into the mat behind our heads. That's already 4 and 5. We're going to inhale, look up, few steps, whatever it takes to get your feet close together, front of the mat, stay low, keep looking up. Gently releasing, soften the knees if you need to, folding forwards. And then inhale, pressing the feet into the ground, reaching the arms up so we finish the same way we start. Exhaling, hands to sides, standing up nice and tall. Nice and steady on the second one. Inhale, full breath, reach the arms up, look up, palms face each other. Exhale, gently folding forwards, taking it nice and easy on the hamstrings, let the head be released. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest to look up. Before exhaling, bend the knees, plant the hands down nice and wide and step the feet back, elbows in, push into the ground as you lower down, knees down, chest down if you need to. Inhale, rolling onto the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. And as we push gently back to our downward facing dog, hips up and back, maintain this stillness for 5 breaths. Remembering if it's too much to hold this downward facing dog, you can bend the knees or come down onto your knees. That's 1. See if you can keep the legs nice and active. 2. Can you imagine your chest is moving back towards your feet? 3. Even though you can't see your hands, you can feel your fingers spread nice and wide into the ground behind your head. 4. Try and keep the face relaxed, gazing softly back. 1 more full deep breath is 5. Before we inhale, head up, whatever it takes to walk, step the feet together, front of the mat, keep looking forwards, lift the chest. Exhale, gently folding down, release the head. Inhale, press the feet into the ground, strong legs, reach the arms up, feel space around the shoulders, look up. Exhale, hands by side, standing up nice and tall. We're going to go just a little bit quicker. Keep breathing full deep breaths. Inhale, full breaths, arms up, strong arms, look up to thumbs. Exhale, gently folding down, release the head, strong legs. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, plant the hands down, eventually a little jump or step the feet back, elbows in, but strong body to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back into our third downward facing dog. Full deep breathing is 1. Come back to that steady breath we had at the beginning. 2. Mouth closed, breathing in through the nose, fill the lungs. Out through the nose, empty the lungs. 3. Keep lifting the hips, rolling the shoulders open. 4. Strong arms, fingers pressing into the mat. 1 more full deep breath. 5. With a nice inhale, looking up. A few steps, eventually a little jump, feet together, front of the mat, keep looking forwards. Exhale, gently folding down, release the head. Inhale, keep breathing in as you reach the arms up, space around the shoulders, palms eventually touch, strong arms. Exhale, hands to side. Good. Just 2 more to go. Nice full breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, gently folding down. Soften the knees if you need to, but strong legs. Inhale, head up, lift the gaze. Exhale, bend the knees, hands planted down firmly to jump or step the feet back. Try and keep the body nice and straight as you go down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips lifting up and back, downward facing dog. 5 full steady breaths. And that's 1. Breathing in, breathing out. 2. Smooth breath in through the nose. Smooth breath out through the nose. 3. Stay with it as you inhale. Keep breathing in. Soften the knees if you need to. Exhale, breathing out. 4. 1 more full deep breath in and out is 5. On the next inhale, bending the knees to jump or step the feet through, feet together, look up, stay low. Exhale, folding forward, breathing out fully. Inhale, fully breathe in as you reach the arms up, space around the shoulders, strong arms, palms facing each other. Exhale, hands to sides. Last one, and we're going to use the traditional Sanskrit numbered count to move us through this Surya Namaskara A. A comes 1, inhale, arms up. 2, exhale, folding gently forwards. 3, inhale, head up. 4, jumping or stepping back, elbows in to lower down. 5, inhale, full breath, upward facing dog. 6, exhale, downward facing dog. 5 steady breaths, remembering the option if you need to come down onto your knees or back off. Full deep breathing. 1. Stay with this nice quality of mind. Is 2. Keep the legs nice and active. Heels might be getting a little bit closer to the mat behind you. 3. Imagine your chest is moving towards your feet like a magnet. 4. Strong arms, head is heavy, gaze behind. 5. Supta 7. Jumping or stepping through, feet together, front of mat, look up. Ashto 8. Exhale, folding down. Nava 9, the last movement as you gaze up to palms, extend the arms, and then exhale, hands by sides, called Samastitihi, ready to move on. That range of movements of the sun salutations warms up the body for the standing sequence which comes next. We're going to start with Padmasana, which is a forward bend standing for 5 breaths. Separating our feet hip distance apart, we take our hands to our waist, gently squeezing in. Inhale, lift the chest. As we exhale, we're going to fold gently forward, softening the knees if we need to, but keeping the legs nice and active, to eventually reach down for big toes with 2 fingers. If that's too far, hold onto your ankles. Inhale, lift the gaze, and lift the chest. And this preliminary movement before we move down into the posture and exhale is what we want to take some element of with us. So it feels more that your chest is lengthening down towards your legs and your head is hanging. That's already 1 breath. And however far you go in this posture is perfectly fine. Try and feel that nice equal distribution of weight. It doesn't want to feel like it's hanging back in the heels. So move the hips forward if you need to. Feet pressed down. 2. Feel space around the shoulders. Softly, eventually gazing back. 3. As you inhale, could you imagine your hips almost drifting up towards the ceiling as the head hangs down towards the ground? 4. Find that nice place where you're maintaining this quality of breath. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale, gently looking up, lift the gaze, straight arm, straight back. Exhale, soften the knees, taking hands to waist and gently squeeze in. So it's the next inhale that brings us all the way up to standing. And between all of the sun salutations and these standing postures, feet together, hands by sides. Ready for Trikonasana Triangle. Inhale, step out to the right, feet parallel, give the arms a nice stretch out. It should feel approximately like your elbows above the outer edges of your feet. Turning on your heels, right foot all the way to the back of the mat, left foot turns in. Imagine you're sandwiched between 2 panes of glass, so we're not twisting but reaching that right arm out and down. Eventually that might be big toe or ankle if more appropriate, to revolve and look straight up towards your left thumb, that left arm extending upwards. Strong legs, that's 1 breath. If you need to soften that right knee, you can, although eventually this posture done with straight legs. 2. Keep rolling your left shoulder open as you keep gazing upwards. 3. See if you can imagine your left hip rolling up. It should still feel like you're facing the side of your mat. 4. 1 more full, steady breath is 5. With a nice smooth inhale, lifting up out of the posture, give the arms a stretch out to shoulder height, feet parallel, and left foot continues turning for the left side of the posture facing to the front of the mat. Right foot turns in. Remember, we're not twisting, simply reaching that left hand out and down. Eventually the big toe, but your ankle might feel more appropriate to revolve and look up towards your right thumb. That's 1 breath as you keep your right fingers lifting upwards. 2. Keep rolling your right shoulder open. 3. Keeping both legs nice and active. 4. Can you imagine your right hip gently rolling up so we're still facing the side of our mat? 5. With a smooth inhale, we come up to the side, arms stretched out, feet parallel, and then exhale, return to the front of our mats, feet together, hands by sides. We're now ready for Parsvottanasana, side angle posture. Stepping out wider than before, feet parallel, arms lifted to shoulder height. It might feel like your wrists are now above the outer edges of your feet. Again, turning right foot to the back of your mat, left foot turns in slightly, our back leg stays straight and we sink down over our right knee, eventually to 90 degrees, but that might be something to work towards. Imagine your right hip is underneath you and you can feel the little toe side of that left foot pressing back and away from you. Staying here for a few more breaths, we are actually in Virabhadrasana B, and the strong leg position, feeling like the thighs are rolling away from each other, will support us as we move into Parsvottanasana. So your options are to start sinking down, placing either your right elbow just short of your right knee, or possibly your right hand might go down on the ground next to that right foot. Lifting that left arm straight up as we were in the triangle, the option now is to turn your left palm to the back of the mat and see if you can relax that left shoulder to bring that left arm over in a straight line. 5 steady breaths is 1. Eventually, you have 1 straight line down the left side of your body. 2. It might feel like that left arm is drifting off to the side. Try and relax that left shoulder. 3. Feel that nice steady support from that right knee, that right foot pressing down into the ground. 4. And keep looking to your fingers. Eventually it feels like you're turning underneath your left arm. Press back into that left foot. 1 more full deep breath. 5. With a nice inhale, we're coming up. Straight legs, give the arms a stretch out, nice and wide between the feet as we turn our left foot to the front of the mat. Keeping that back leg straight, sink down over your left knee with the arms outstretched, We're lowering down with our left hip feeling like it's underneath us for a few breaths here in Virabhadrasana B on the left side. Strong legs then support the posture Parsvottanasana as we on this side exhale our left elbow just short of that left knee. That left hand might go eventually down on the ground, but try if you are doing that to keep the palm downwards and lifting your right arm up and turning the palm to the front of the mat, bringing the right arm straight and over 5 breaths. That's 1. So eventually on the left side of the posture, we get 1 straight line down the right side of the body. 2, keep pressing back into that right foot. Can you feel the little toe side of that foot down on the mat? 3, keep relaxing that right shoulder. Eventually it feels like we're turning underneath our right arm. 4, keep that left leg nice and strong and that support from the knee. 1 more full deep breath. 5. Inhale, smoothly coming up, feet parallel, give the arms a nice stretch out. Notice how wide your feet are apart before exhaling, coming back to the front of our mat, feet together, hands by sides. Ready for Paschimottanasana, forward bend with our feet spread out wide. So with hands on waist, step out to where you were, feet wide, parallel. Inhale, squeezing the hands into the waist with your 2 fingers either side of your navel, trying to keep that area nice and firm. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. And exhale in this first variation as we fall forwards, we're keeping our hands squeezing in. Imagine you're powering down from the strength of your abdomen, releasing the head. That's 1 breath. It feels a little bit like your chest eventually, as in the first forward bend we did, is coming down first and the head is simply hanging. 2. Now if this feels too intense, any discomfort on the insides of the legs or on the lower back, simply back off a little bit, soften the knees. 3. Try and feel the head completely free, the neck relaxed, keep gently squeezing into the waist. 4. Try and feel that nice equal amount of weight going down through toes and heels. 5. Keep the hands gently squeezing into the waist. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale. Inhale, give the arms a nice stretch out to shoulder height. Exhale, returning back to the waist. We're now going to do the D variation. Inhale, lift the chest with the hands squeezing in, roll the shoulders back. But this time as we start folding forwards, we're going to let the hands travel down the legs to eventually pick up the big toes with 2 fingers, palms would be facing in, or holding ankles or shins if that feels too far to go. Inhale, lift the chest again, reminding us that as we start exhaling into the posture, we have some sense that our chest is going down first and the head is following. Release the neck, let the head hang. That's 1 breath. If you're holding onto your big toes, gently lifting up. 2. Again, that nice even amount of weight going down through the toes and the heels. 3. Imagine as you inhale that the hips are drifting up towards the ceiling and the head is hanging down. 4. Keep the legs nice and steady. 1 more full deep breath. 5. Inhale, look up, straight back, straight arms. See if you can pause, exhaling, soften knees, hands to waist, gently squeeze in. Inhale the rest of the way up, and as we exhale, we turn to face the front of our mats, feet together, hands by sides. Ready for Parsvottanasana, side stretch posture. We're going to take our hands behind our backs, either in reverse prayer position, or if we're working towards this, we can start by holding elbows behind back, maybe moving along to wrists, possibly even the little finger sides of the hands touching. And wherever you are, roll and relax your shoulders back. Looking down at our feet, turning on that left heel, turn that left foot slightly out to the side. Keep facing forward as you slide that left foot back about 1/2 meter. Nice amount of weight going back into that left foot now. Right leg is nice and active. We're facing square up to the front of the mats as we inhale, lift the chest, and gently start folding forwards. try and maintain some quality of that lift of the chest, as it feels like the chest is going down first, followed by the head. And wherever we get to, 5 steady breaths is 1. Keep pushing back into that left foot. 2. We want to see if we can feel like we're lengthening our chest down the length of that right leg. 3. If it feels too much for that right hamstring, just back off a little bit. 4. See if you can keep looking towards your right toes. 5. Nice smooth breath in to lift us up out of the posture. To exhale, bring that left foot forwards and turn it inwards. Now the left side of the posture, as we turn on our heel, that right foot out to the side, and slide that right foot back about the same distance. Hands stay where they are behind their backs as we inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Tummy in, exhale. See if you can imagine your chest going first over the length of the left leg, followed by the head. That's 1 breath. This time a nice amount of weight pressing back into that right foot as we fall forward over our left leg. 2. Down. This is the first time we've done sides separately in this forward bend. So just notice any differences between this left side and the right side. 3. Gazing softly to our left toes. 4. With a nice amount of weight stabilizing as that right foot behind. 5. And keeping our hands where they are behind our backs. Inhale, gently coming up. Slide that right foot forward, turn it in, and release the hands to sides. Balance posture, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. We take our left hand to our waist and gently bend the right knee. A nice way into this posture is simply to pick up underneath that right knee and breathe 5 steady breaths, standing up nice and tall. A little further to go is to reach down on the inside to pick up the big toe with 2 fingers, and eventually we're straightening that right leg out in front of us, gazing forwards over the toes. That's 1 breath. Whichever variation you're doing, keep that left foot pressing down into the ground. Keep standing up nice and tall. 2. Imagine your head is drifting up towards the ceiling and your shoulders are relaxed. 3. Keep the face relaxed. Steady breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. 4. 1 more full deep breath in and out. Is 5. We now take our right leg out to the side, seeing if we can maintain the balance, gazing over our left shoulder. 1. If you need to soften that right knee, that's no problem. Keep standing up nice and tall. 2. Keep that left foot firmly pushing down to the ground. 3. A few more breaths. Face relaxed. 4. And 5. Inhaling back to center, release your right hand to your waist, so both hands squeeze in. Keep lifting that right foot off the ground and point the toes. 1. Imagine you're standing up nice and tall, resisting the temptation to lean back. 2. Imagine your abdomen drawing in to support the full deep breathing. 3. And again, keep that left leg nice and strong. 4. 1 more full deep breath. 5. Exhale, release that right leg down. Transferring the weight to the right leg, right hand stays on waist, to the left side of the posture, releasing left hand to bend left knee, either picking up underneath that left knee, or we could reach down on the inside to pick up the big toe with 2 fingers. And eventually, don't force anything, we're straightening that leg out over time to look over our left toes. That's 1 breath. This time the right leg is supporting us in the posture, so keep pressing down through the right foot. 2. Imagine your head is lifting up towards the ceiling. 3. Keep breathing nice, even, steady breaths. 4. And 1 more steady breath. 5. We take the leg out to the left. As we do so, we can readjust, back off a little if we need to, and eventually we're gazing over our right shoulder. 1. So keep that right hand gently squeezing into the waist. 2. Right foot pressing down to the mat, standing up nice and tall. 3. A few more steady breaths, face relaxed. 4. 5. Inhaling, leg to center, release left hand to waist. Both hands squeeze into the waist, this time lifting left toes, pointing them forwards. Don't lean back. 1. As if your head is going straight up. Roll the shoulders back, relax the face. 2. Keep that standing leg nice and strong. 3. You can lift that left leg a little bit higher, keep pointing the toes. 4. The challenge is eventually to keep that leg straight. 1 more full deep breath. 5. Good. And gently releasing that left leg. The last 3 standing postures we're about to do come from the movements of the B sun salutation, which traditionally would eventually follow the A sun salutation. So this is a nice way of exploring the 3 key movements of this Surya Namaskara B. We're going to bend the knees, sink down into Utkatasana. And as we sink down, we reach the arms up overhead and look up to our fingers. The palms are facing each other. That's 1 breath. We imagine our shoulders relaxing down away from the ears. That's 2. Try and keep the arms straight, and then you can get the palms a bit closer over time. 3. Keep the knees nice and active. Keep sinking down. 4. Keep the feet pressing firmly down into the ground. 5. Keeping the knees bent, exhale. See if you can place your palms down on the mat close to the feet. Staying low in the squat. Inhale and look up, lift the gaze. Pressing the hands down, either jump or step the feet back from our plank, chaturanga, elbows in as we lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As we look back, we turn our left heel in, keeping that back leg nice and strong. With a nice step through, the right foot comes as close to the hands as you can, sinking down over that right knee. Inhale the arms up into Virabhadrasana, Warrior A. Same upper body position as the previous posture. That's 1 breath. So strong arms, looking up, shoulders relaxed. 2. Keep sinking down over that right knee, drawing that right hip back, left hip forwards. 3. Try and feel that back foot planted firmly down into the mat behind you. 4. Keep gazing softly up. 1 more full deep breath. 5. Exhaling our hands either side of the right foot. Spread the fingers, press down to step that right foot back, elbows in as we lower down. Again, on the tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back to our downward facing dog. Virabhadrasana, left side. So the right heel turns in. Keep that back leg nice and strong. As you inhale, stepping that left foot through as far as you can towards the hands. Once you've got your balance, sinking down over that left knee. Inhaling the arms upwards as we look up. Shoulders soft. 1 breath. Keep the arms nice and strong, palms moving towards each other. 2. Keep pressing back into that right heel. Left hip back, right hip forwards. 3. A few more steady breaths here. 4. And 5. Exhaling, hands either side of left foot. Spread the fingers, push into the ground to step that left foot back, elbows into lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, full breath, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog, preparing to come through to sitting as we have completed the standing sequence. Walking the feet towards the hands, more weight over the hands. You can either come down onto the top of your feet, cross the ankles, or however is comfortable for you to sit down, keep pushing the hands into the mat, and then straightening the legs out in front. The first seated posture we're about to do is called Dandasana. If you're sitting and you feel you would need to sit on a block or raise yourself up a little bit, feel free to do so. Try and keep the legs nice and active. Imagine the toes spread nice and wide. Keep the legs energized. Taking the hands to the sides, spread the fingers nice and wide, thumbs towards the hips. Try and imagine your palms moving down towards the mat as you sit up nice and tall. That's already 1 breath. Gently draw the chin down towards the top of the chest. See if you can look down towards your knees. And that's 2. This is a nice time to reconnect with the breath during this first seated posture. 3. Try and feel the shoulders nice and soft. Keep sitting up nice and tall. 4. Find that steadiness again to every inhalation and every exhalation. And 5. With a nice inhale, we gently reach the arms up. Soft shoulders as we reach forward for our seated forward bend, called Paschimottanasana. Eventually we take hold of the big toes with 2 fingers. If that feels too far, ankles or shins will do. Inhale, lift the chest, see if you can lengthen a bit. And it doesn't matter how far you're going down into this posture. Imagine your chest is going down first, followed by the head. And that's 1 steady breath. Try and feel the legs nice and active so we feel support in the posture is 2. If you did need to back off, soften the knees, that's no problem. Stay with this even breath. 3. Paschimottanasana means lengthening, spreading the back of the body. 4. Keep the shoulders nice and soft. It might eventually feel like the top of your head is moving towards your feet. 5. And gently inhale, look up, straight arms, straight back, and release the posture. We're going to do a little preparation for some vinyasas that are coming up. We're going to cross our ankles, taking note of which way round we cross our ankles. Place your hands again down by your side, spread the fingers. Imagine the palms moving downwards towards the mat. As you inhale, carry on that direction of pressing downwards, and at the same time, imagine from your abdomen you're almost lifting upwards. Don't worry if nothing happens, just press into the ground for that nice full deep breath and then release. From there, we're going to straighten out our legs again, and we're going to recline our hands behind us, ready for Purvottanasana, about to stretch out the front of the body. Spread the fingers. Eventually we lift up with straight legs. If you need to soften the knees, you can. Press down into the hands to eventually lift up. If you feel comfortable taking your gaze back behind you, you can. If you'd rather keep looking up or your chin tucked in, that's an option too. That's already 1 breath. Keep lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, rolling the shoulders back. 2. Imagine the big toe sides of your feet rolling down towards the mat. 3. If you need to come down, that's no problem, but keep breathing. A few more breaths. Is 4. Strong body, hips up. 5. Exhale, come down. We're going to cross our ankles the other way around, knees to chest. Try and keep the knees drawn in as far as feels comfortable. With your hands down by your side, spread the fingers, imagine the palms moving down towards the mat and press into the ground. Eventually we can do a little lift up. Don't be discouraged if you're not moving, just press into the ground for that full breath and then gently release. We're ready for Janushirasana A, head to knee posture. We do both sides of this posture, starting with the right leg first. Gently bending that right knee, making sure the knee feels supported and safe, holding onto it if you need to. You're guiding the right foot on the inside of the left leg, and if you can imagine some gentle pressure there. If you feel okay letting go of that right knee, then we're reaching evenly forward for that left foot, ankle or shin, wherever feels appropriate to inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, gently fold down over that left leg. If you want to round down a bit more in this posture, that's okay. It might feel eventually like your head is hanging over that left knee. It's already 1 breath. Try and feel that right foot gently pressing on the inside of the left leg. 2. Keep breathing even, steady breaths. 3. Keep double checking your right knee feels supported and safe. This is all about the rotation of your right hip. 4. And make sure it feels comfortable enough, gently folding over that left leg. 5. Inhale, coming up, lifting the chest. Exhale, release. Keep varying the way you cross your ankles as we draw our knees into our chest, hands flat for another lift. Inhale, press firmly into the ground. Exhale, release. Left side. We change sides, so our right leg is straight, and it might be different on this side as you very gently guide the sole of your left foot on the inside of that right leg. You can stay with that left hand supporting the knee, or if you feel okay releasing the knee, reaching forward to wherever feels appropriate over that right leg to inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, gently fold, eventually looking down towards our right knee. That's already 1 breath. Make sure your left knee feels stable. This is all about the rotation of our left hip. Is 2. Try and keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Keep breathing full deep breaths. Is 3. A few more breaths to go. Just double check you feel okay doing this forward bend over your right leg. 4. And 1 more breath. is 5. Inhale, coming up, straight back. Exhale, release. We're about to have a go at doing a Vinyasa, taking the concept of that lift with our ankles crossed, knees to chest further. So again, hands by side, press firmly down to the ground, and this time imagine you're tilting some weight forward. Eventually that will get us to jump or step our feet back behind us. Don't worry if you're not doing this. This is quite challenging and it might take some time to build up. Or you might get to a point where you can flick your hands in front, or you might just keep practicing the lifts diligently and step your feet back, however it takes to move back into your plank, elbows in as we lower down. And this movement, similar to the sun salutation, is familiar as we inhale upward facing dog, exhale downward facing dog, and we've already come through from a downward facing dog to sitting already. So walking the feet in, press firmly down to the hands, eventually crossing the ankles, but whatever it takes to come back through, sit down, straight legs. Ready for Virabhadrasana C. This is a twisting posture, and again it's right side first. This time, as we gently bend the right knee, the knee comes upwards towards the ceiling and that right foot moves in towards our hip. Whatever feels appropriate, see if you can move that right foot just a little way away from the inside of the left leg. Initially, our left hand might just wrap around that right knee to draw it into our chest as we turn and start twisting to the right, placing our right hand not too far behind us facing backwards. Try and inhale, lift the chest as you begin to twist, and the option might eventually be to have that left elbow just on the outside below that right knee. Fingers up towards the ceiling. Inhale, imagine you're lengthening. Exhale is 1 breath. Inhale, imagine the top of the head is lifting, extending the spine. Exhale, 2. Might start to feel like your left ribs are coming round towards the top of that right thigh. 3. In these twisting postures, just make sure you're controlling the steady, full deep breathing. 4. One more full deep breath and keep that left leg, which you can't see, nice and active. 5. Inhale, face the front. Exhale, between sides. Let's just have another go at doing that practice lift. Keep varying the way you cross your ankles, knees to chest, hands flat down by your sides. Don't be tempted to come onto the fingertips. Press the palms into the mat as you inhale, push down, whatever happens, and exhale, release. Left side. Straightening the right leg, we gently bend our left knee. As that left foot comes in, it moves a little way away from the inside of that right leg, planting the foot firmly down to start turning to the left, initially reaching that right hand around the left knee. Left hand behind, not too far, fingers pointing backwards as we inhale, and if you wish, you could put your right elbow on the outside of the left knee, fingers pointing up. Exhale is 1 breath. Again, inhale, imagine you're lengthening the spine, head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist, is 2. This time, imagine your right ribs coming round to the top of that left thigh. 3. Few more steady breaths. Inhale, exhale. 4. Keeping that right leg nice and active. 1 more full deep breath. 5. Good. Inhale, facing the front. We're just doing a couple more vinyasas. Keep varying the way you cross your ankles as we draw our knees into our chest, hands flat for another lift. Inhale, press firmly down to the ground. Eventually we tilt some weight forward and imagine the feet moving back behind us. And whatever it takes to get the feet back there now. From our plank, try and keep the body nice and strong. Knees down, chest down if you need to, elbows in. Inhale on the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, full breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again from our downward facing dog coming through to sitting. So see if you can imagine the hips gently lifting as the feet start to walk towards the hands. Press into the hands and gently come back down to sitting. Navasana Boat posture. Bending the knees, drawing the knees in and the feet in. Pick up underneath the knees and lean back and find the balance point where you're just on the sit bones. We're staying here for 5 breaths, or if you wish to go further, release your hands, palms face in. That's 1 breath. And even more of a challenge would be to start straightening the legs, eventually pointing the toes. 2. But wherever you are, keep rolling your shoulders back and try and sit up into it. 3. Full deep breathing. 4. Keep your awareness fully on the breath. 5. Exhale, release. If you're up for the challenge, crossing ankles, knees to chest, hands flat. Inhale, press into the ground. Imagine you're lifting from within. Exhale, come back down. And another Navasana. So finding that place where you can maintain the balance. If you feel any discomfort in the lower back or it's too much to hold, just pick up underneath the knees. That's 1 breath. But again, rolling the shoulders back, eventually straight arms, palms face each other. 2. And then see how you get on, keeping those legs nice and active, pointing the toes. 3. A few more steady breaths. Keep the face relaxed. 4. And 1 more. It's 5. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles the other way around. Knees to chest. Spread the fingers. Try and press the palms into the ground as you inhale, lift. 1 breath. Exhale, come back down. Straightening out the legs, we are ready for a variation on a posture called Supta Komasana, sleeping tortoise posture. Gently drawing the feet about halfway in, the knees drift out to the sides. If you wish, you could immediately hold just underneath the knees for support. If it feels okay, the knees are going to hang in space and you're looking down approximately at a diamond shape in front of you. We're about to gently take our body weight down into this diamond shape, and this is going to gently open up both hips at the same time. You might want to have your hands down on the ground in front of you, or you could reach a little bit further forward for your feet, but we are curving into this posture, rounding the back to give the sense of the sleeping tortoise. Eventually, hands might go underneath the feet and reach round, and that's already 1 breath. So eventually, it might feel like your head is hanging, the forehead just above your heels. 2. We can use gravity to do most of the work in this posture as we just hang the head downwards. 3. Feeling the neck completely free and relaxed. 4. If it feels a bit too intense, you can always back off. Stay with the full deep breathing. 5. And gently inhale, coming up. Taking a breath, ready for another Vinyasa. If you're up for the challenge, we cross our ankles, knees to chest, hands flat. Inhale, press firmly down to the ground, tilt some weight forward, feet moving back behind us. And whatever it takes to get the feet back there now. From our plank, exhale, strong body as you lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, full breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling as we look forward, walking, stepping, eventually a little hop, get the feet forwards, cross the ankles, sit down, and straighten out the legs. From sitting, we are ready for a posture called Urdhva upside down bow posture. This is actually quite a challenging posture, so we're going to do a nice variation by lying down on our backs. And as you start to lie down, you're going to walk your feet in nice and wide as the knees lift up towards the ceiling. Arms by our sides, feel the feet firmly pressing down into the mat. Feel the shoulders rolling underneath you so there's no tension on the neck. The back of the head gently on the mat as you look upwards. Keeping the legs strong, start lifting the hips up towards the ceiling and immediately taking your hands to support this lift to your waist with your thumbs gently underneath. Keep the shoulders rolling back. That's already 1 breath. We're staying here for 5, and it might be a little bit more challenging to stay with the full deep breathing. That's 2. As you inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, press the feet downwards is 3. Couple more breaths. Keep lifting. Roll the shoulders back. 4. And 1 more full deep breath is 5. Exhale, coming slowly down. Just taking a few breaths, and we're going to repeat that 1 more time. The option this time is to keep the hands down on the ground, either holding onto the mat at the edge. Possibly you might be able to touch the back of your heels. If you could walk your heels in a little bit further, make sure the knees feel okay and the foot is firmly pressing down. And a nice option as we start to inhale, lift up, is to draw the fingers together, interlace, straight arms underneath us, breathing as the hips lift up towards the ceiling. And that's 1 breath. If this is too much, go back to the previous option and just support your waist again. 2. it needs more internal strength to keep lifting up. 3. This is actually an extension of the upward facing dog. So it's going to start feeling like your chest is moving towards the back of the mat. 4. See if you can hold it for one more nice, smooth, deep breath. 5. And then gently exhale, coming down. From here, drawing the knees into the chest and reaching the hands round to slowly roll around on the lower back. We can either gently roll onto one side from here, or if we get a little bit of momentum, we can rock up to sitting. And from sitting, we're going to do a nice easy forward bend. For this forward bend, Paschimottanasana again, we can have the legs just a few centimeters apart, and if you wish, you could bend the knees. If you're bending the knees, still keep the legs nice and active as you reach forward to wherever feels appropriate. Inhale, lift the chest and lengthen. And as we exhale, taking the chest down first, but then rounding down a little. So you might just have your head hanging somewhere above the knees. Or you might get that sensation of what it feels like to have your chest on your thighs in a forward bend. Whatever feels comfortable, that's one breath. And again here for 5 nice, long, steady breaths. 2. And again, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, letting gravity do some of the work, let the head hang. 3. Just check you can breathe these nice, even breaths. Inhale, exhale. 4. And one more full deep breath in this forward bend, which is a nice counter stretch to the back bend postures we've just done. 5. And gently inhale, coming up. We've nearly finished, just a few more postures to go, and we're going to take another vinyasa. So if you feel you can cross the ankles, knees to chest, hands by side, fingers spread, palms pressed down into the ground as you inhale, push downwards, and eventually we tilt some weight forward. You can even flick the hands forward at some point, whatever it takes for you to jump, step, hop, walk your feet back, elbows in as we lower down. Nice long inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back, exhaling all the way back, downward facing dog. And for the last time, inhaling as we look forward, walking, stepping, eventually a little hop, get the feet forwards, cross the ankles, sit down and straighten out the legs. Ready for our last seated posture, Padmasana. This actually means sitting in lotus with the legs crossed over one another. But to begin with, maybe just sitting cross-legged is enough, and again sitting on a block. Or possibly doing half lotus. But don't force anything, just see this as something that would happen over time. Make sure your knees feel relaxed wherever you are. We place the back of the hands on the knees, the thumb and index finger gently touching, remaining 3 fingers pointing down towards the ground. Sitting up as straight as we can, we feel the hands are almost pulled up onto the knees, straight arms, straight back. See if we can draw our chin down gently to look at the space between our knees for 5 full deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1. Really stay tuned into this full deep breathing as you inhale, exhale, 2. Keep sitting up nice and tall, relax the shoulders back, breathe in, breathe out, 3. On your next inhale, see if you can follow that inhale with your full awareness all the way until the lungs are filled, and then completely empty the lungs and keep your awareness on that exhalation. 4. One more nice long full breath in and out is 5. Just going to lift the gaze and do this for another 5 breaths, but crossing the legs the other way round. The sensations are slightly different here, and it might eventually give you the option of sitting in half lotus or eventually full lotus, the opposite way. So make sure you feel nice and stable and comfortable again. Back of the hands back on the knees, straight back. Gently draw the chin down to look at that space between the knees again, and we're going to carry on counting up to 10 to give us 5 breaths on this side. So find that nice place where you're tuned fully to the breath as you inhale, exhale, 6, full breath in, full breath out, 7, couple more to go, stay with this full deep breathing, nice long breath in, and out is 8. Sit up nice and tall as you inhale, exhale, 9. One last full breath in and full breath out is 10. We are ready now for Shavasana, our relaxation. We're about to lie down. You might take this as an opportunity to put an extra layer of clothes on, or maybe some socks. We want to try now and maintain this nice heat we've built up in the body. We lie down on our yoga mat with our heels wide and the feet drifting out towards the ground. The arms are away from our sides, straight, with the palms up towards the ceiling, and the back of the hands gently on the ground. The back of the head is gently on your mat. The last thing you see is the ceiling or the sky as you gently close your eyes. Closing the eyes is one of the differences in this last posture, which is as important as all the other postures we've done. We need to completely let go and relax now, so you can let go of the full deep breathing. The idea in the practice is to maintain this full deep breathing and the support of the breath to safely move us through, but now we can let all of that go. So just let your body take control and breathe itself. Keep the abdomen nice and soft now. You might even feel your tummy rising and falling as you breathe. Let the breath come and go however feels appropriate for you. Keep the face nice and relaxed and soft. Keep the shoulders relaxed. The neck is free. Take your awareness throughout the body. Imagine space between all of your joints, in the elbows, the wrists and the fingers. Taking your awareness down from the neck and the top of the spine, all the way down the back. Imagine space around the hips, and take that awareness down through the legs, through the knees, the ankles, and the toes, and let all of that go. You might start to imagine you're just floating in space, completely weightless. And we're going to stay here a few moments longer, so as you completely relax and release the body, see if you can stay with that nice, steady quality of mind that matches this stillness of the body. Doing nothing more than keeping your awareness gently tuned in to every inhalation you take and every exhalation. Even though you're not controlling the breath anymore, simply watch it. From time to time, you may well notice the awareness drifting away somewhere. Stay alert, and if that happens, gently bring your attention back to the breath. Stay in this nice, peaceful, tranquil place a little bit longer. Any yoga practice helps us find this place, and to remind us that this place is always here. We don't have to be practicing yoga to find it. We always have the ability to come back to this steady quality of mind, wherever we are and whatever we're doing. And we're going to stay here just a little bit longer. So enjoy this time in Shavasana. Still, quiet body. Still, quiet mind. And then we gently move the fingers and the toes to slowly reawaken the body. And taking the arms from our sides up and over behind us, we inhale, stretching from the fingertips all the way down through the body to the toes. And just release that for a moment. Exhale. And then gently drawing knees into chest one more time, reaching the arms round, draw the knees in, a gentle hug to move slowly on the lower back from side to side. And then, staying in this nice curled up position, we roll onto our right side, pausing there just for a moment to get our bearings, opening up the eyes, and slowly you might want to stretch that left leg out, come up to sitting to find a nice, easy, comfortable seated position. Take a few moments here to get your bearings. And well done for completing this 1-hour Improvers Yoga class. See how you get on over the next few weeks doing this class, maybe 3 or 4 times a week if you can make the time. And eventually you'll find that this 1-hour sequence does become a little bit easier and starts to flow. And then you can really concentrate on staying with the full deep breathing and keeping your attention tuned inwards. And at any point in the future, if you wanted a more challenging class, there are longer classes in the Improvers section on this website, onyouryogamat.com, plus there is also an advanced section. Plus there's music to download for relaxation, yoga practices and meditation. And you are listening to a little excerpt of that music just at the end of your relaxation now. And finally, there are PDFs for you to print out to all of the lessons so you can follow along, and if you wanted to, just listen to the audio instructions and see the postures as you move through. Check all of that out at onyouryogamat.com, and I look forward to seeing you next time on your yoga mat. Namaste.